Good morning, good morning, good morning, fellas. Good morning. Yo, yo, yo. Good morning, good morning. What's up, buddy? A little bit of an explosion off the NQ right off the bell, huh? Did you did you take that long at all today, Sam, or nah? Not yet. Sam, did you go long on the NQ today? NQ has room to like it's got room to like the 80s, and then it's got room to 400. Stopped out, came back twice. What are you? Are you green today? Are you green or break even? We down a little bit? What's going on? Yeah, whatever. It is what it is, right? I mean, you at least you didn't take a loss or nothing. We'll look for something. We'll look for something else. We just need a new setup. Yo, what's up, Dre? We just need a new we need a new setup on the NQ. Oh yeah, any day, bro. Any day, right? It only because it only takes one trade. It only takes one trade, and then you'll be right back in the game. So, um, yeah, we just need a new setup. You know, the pop right off the open here. Like, if I just analyze what's happened the first 45 minutes, we had the big explosion literally right off the bell. We take out the overnight session highs. We get through this linear regression right on our first 5 minute candle. So it's like either someone jumped along here and just sat right, and you just rode it, or you kind of got long over this opening range 5 minute candle, let's say 350, sat through a little drawdown, and now you're kind of like you're up 15, 20 points. But it's the NQ is flagging. We do have room up here, I would say into the 80s or the 90s. That's going to be some resistance on a 5 minute time frame. As far as the hourly candles are concerned here, we're taking out the first hour highs. So again, we've got a little bit of room here that we can kind of play with. Essentially should start to get long now, and we've got room to around 417. Yeah, resistance is going to be around 82. That's on that 5 minute time frame. So I would set theoretically, if I was long right now, which I'm not, but if I was long, my stop loss would probably be below the 50s, 55, 54. So about 20 point risk, right? Any close below this 5 or 10 day moving average, I probably wouldn't want to be a part of the long situation. And then I'm just going to kind of sit and hold. Do we test this up here? Based on, like I said, based on that hourly chart, we're trying to clear out this supply here at the 100 EMA. So if the bulls can get us through this 100 EMA, then potentially, yeah, we've got some room, for 400s. But again, it's going to be a little bit of a tough spot here. I would just kind of wait for like a new setup, like either for me, either like we do break down and we start coming back down towards this 20, or we get over that 1 hour supply. I wonder if Thunder took the ES. That thing just, the ES looked good today. Confirmed the first hour highs, punching towards 76s. Only thing is that, like, it didn't really give opportunities for like a 20 play, you know, like there was no 20 play today because we were over since pre-market. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. So it's a little bit of a gamble because it's a gamble because we're in an active move. Like, we're in an active move. So it's like if I, yeah, I mean, because it's I mean, it could go 50-50 because if, like, the point I'm trying to make is, like, if I was to say, well, we look good long here, we've got some room to the upside, and then it pulls back down 30-40 points, right? Or I could say, well, you know, maybe we go long once we get over this next supply, and then it never gets there. So it's like, it's an active move. Like, it's an active move. I mean, I would guess that, you know, if this is the explosion, we're consolidating sideways, your next pivot point might be 83s, like 82s, 83s, and then we're thinking that we're taking profits at, like, in the 90s, right? In the 90s. And then your next long would be when we break 400, put in a high over 400, and then confirm that new high over 400. It's just like yesterday's gap down took out all of the range to go short. Today's 5-minute candle at the open took out most of the range to go long. Because you know what'll happen is, it'll be like, yeah, guys, let's go long here, and then this thing pulls back down to the 20, right? Pulls back down 40 points. I look like an idiot. So unless you give yourself like that 25-point stop, and you kind of just use like this 5 or 10 day moving average, right? Use this 5 or 10 day moving average as a stop. Because it might just like grind higher into this blue line up here, which is the linear regression. Might just grind higher. Yeah. Microsoft exploded. Confirming those first hour highs and trying to take out the linear regression. Andre, you should have just swung everything, dude. The whole size. You swung that contract overnight, no? Yeah, so Microsoft is confirming linear regression. It's also confirming that opening range highs. We've got Tesla working its way back up here. So Tesla also looks good too. If Tesla can get over 256.48, looks good. 256.48 has room on Tesla. We look at Nvidia, it's kind of really not doing anything yet. It's not doing anything yet. Nothing on Nvidia for me. Nothing on AMD for me. Oh, you got in today. Oh yeah, you should just held it. Um, AMD, I'd need to see get over the first hour highs. I have to stay a little bit patient on that. Over first hour highs might have about another dollar in it on AMD. Yeah, everything's just everything's at supply right now on the 1 hour time frame. Amazon confirming pre-market highs here. Amazon on the daily chart also confirming yesterday's highs, guys. Amazon might have room to 140 today. Amazon might have room to 140, guys. Taking out yesterday's highs, I kind of like the way this daily chart looks. If the market wants to kind of push higher here, I could see us getting into at least 139.50s. I like the Amazon here. It's tested the pre-market highs. Amazon's tested the pre-market highs. It's put in a new high now, okay? Over pre-market highs. So like 138.40s. If Amazon can confirm, it might have room to 139 and then 139.50. I like Amazon because it's also broken yesterday's highs and does have room here. And it's only up 40 cents. So it's not like Amazon's up $4 on the day and I'm trying to chase it over yesterday's highs. It's barely, it's barely turned green. I like Amazon, guys. I'm gonna go Amazon. Again, please play at your own risk. Why are Amazon calls so cheap? I get it's Friday, but they're cheap. That's weird. That's weird. Market makers only have a dollar move price in for Amazon today. Hold on this Amazon, guys. So if Amazon pulls down a dollar, it pull back into the rising 5. If it goes up a dollar, it goes to the Bollinger Band. I'm gonna watch 138.40 on Amazon. I'm gonna watch 138.40 on Amazon. I mean, these contracts on Amazon are ridiculously cheap. That's to be honest, I don't really like that they're super cheap like that. It's kind of telling me that the market makers aren't really expecting this to go up. They're expecting it to come down a dollar. They have a dollar priced in still to the Amazon price for today. I don't like that they're so cheap. Like, I mean, I'm looking at like 30 cents for at the money, 138, give or take 40 cents, 50 cents. That's weird. Anyways. At 138.40s. Like, don't tell me that this is all the market's gonna do. It's just gonna give us that one pop off the first candle, and then everything else is just gonna drag ass. Don't tell me that. I get it's Friday, but gotta make a little cash. We got Nvidia coming back down. Anybody been keeping up with all the conspiracy bullshit around Nvidia? How basically, in short, like how all of like the earnings numbers and the big explosion that we had realistically on that one earnings report, how it like gapped up and ran like crazy, is all like just inflated. It's like there's like a bigger story behind it. It's all inflated, basically like a shell company buying a bunch of AI chips to kind of run the price up so they can kind of work the back end on the short on this thing. Because realistically, like, I've been around this game for a long time. Nvidia is hands down what's been carrying the entire triple Qs all of 2023. It's been an absolute rock star. It's traded like a champ. The ranges are insane. But like a lot of the numbers and the guidance and the expectations for Nvidia and the amount of chips that they're selling for AI are like just astronomical. But supposedly it's because of that, that shell company, that quote unquote cloud space AI company that's getting like billions of dollars of seed money so they can go out and buy these AI chips that these guys are just sitting on a bunch of, AI chips with like really no intentions of doing shit with, just to inflate the price to run it up. So they're making money on the run up of Nvidia, but they're going to be shorting, at some point in time. They're going to be shorting this whole move, which is honestly like the same thing that happened to like GameStop and AMC. It was definitely hedge funds that were running that price up. It was not retail, right? So don't let any of the apes or the Wall Street bettors fool you that they were the ones pushing that price up. It was definitely hedge funds that ran that up, understood that they were going to take a ton of retail cash, and then once it was time to pull the plug, I mean, they pulled the plug. Not saying that Nvidia is going to go down to like zero or anything, but like Nvidia could technically fall. Like if I was looking at the weekly time frame here, Nvidia can come down 100, Nvidia can come down 150, and that would be like a massive short position. Or even 200 points. Like Nvidia can come like 200 points, 250, and still be good. I mean, we started the year at like $100. You got some of that Amazon. Great. Hell yeah. Yeah, it stayed in. It looked good. It looked good. Guys, did anyone take that Amazon besides putts? Anyone take the Amazon besides putts? Sam, I'm gonna take a look at this 2-minute chart on the NQ, kind of see if this gives us a fresh setup. That 5-minute chart didn't really give us nothing. So here we have a little bit of a pullback on the NQ. Like just looking at the 2-minute chart for the first time on NQ, we got a 20 play setup at 6:58 my time, and then we also got another one at 7:10 that would have paid. So let's kind of see if like we can get a little setup here. You know, maybe if this is the end of the run here, we're kind of at the top supply. We actually got 3 setups on the 2-minute. So notice how like on your 5-minute we got no setups, right? Over under the 20 play on the 5, but we got 3 really beautiful ones on the 2. I mean, beautiful ones. So here we're getting the close. We're getting the close underneath the 20 on the 2-minute chart. And let's say this is a, god damn it. I don't like when they take all the range out. Come on, bro. I don't like how they take all the range out. What I mean by that is like, look at where they pull this. Look at where they pull this to. Let's pull this right back into this last fucking area. Like, why can't they just stop here, give me a chance to get in so I can take fucking 30 points on it? Look for the bounce and then look for a washout. We confirm the previous 2-minute channel. We have room down here to here. Son of a bitch. Hey, Putz, good thing you got out of the Amazon, huh? I guess 346 is what we would be looking for, and then we would have to imagine 336 is next demand zone. That's a 50 EMA on a 2-minute chart. Maybe we have 10 points, and if we overshoot it, we'd be looking for like 29.30. So here's our reason why candle. Here's our pivot. Here's our bounce. If we then lose the pivot, that's the thought process to go short, right? So anyone who's trading the NQ, kind of take a look at that and see if we can kind of get that move. And if you were looking at the 5-minute time frame, you would be expecting the loss through the previous 5-minute candle low with intentions of taking profits in the low 30s. Okay, so 146 looks like resistance. On what? On the NQ? What time frame? 146. I don't see 146. Oh, 346 you mean? What do you mean? Is that what you're talking about? 346? NQ 5-minute, 6 times it's held that floor. 346. Yeah, okay. So yeah, so if it's held the floor and it loses, what's going to happen? It's going to go down, right? So yeah, it is holding. So that's why if it like, so here's the dumbest way I can put it. If we start to lose 346, I think we're going down to 332, 333. Because if we've shown that we've held that floor, and now we lose that floor, well, we've got to go find a new floor, right? So that doesn't mean that I'm going to buy it here. You know, oh, we touched it once, we touched it twice, we touched it 3 times. So I want to buy it here because I think I'm coming all the way back up. No. What I'm going to do is I can't even go long until I take out the high of day. And I'm going to go short if we lose the floor. Now, because now it's just creating a range that we're in. That's my thought process. Again, I could be wrong. I mean, that's just the way my brain thinks. So, you know, I can't really change that. Like, because I'm not a trader who's buying. And again, this is like, I'm like, the way I play pivots, right? Because these are like pivots using supply and demand. So the way I play these pivots are using them as areas of support and resistance, but I'm looking for them to break down, right? Because it's showing us that we've held it. Yeah, that's correct. But if we lose it, now we have potential to the next area of support. So versus trying to go long here with anticipation of coming up, I'd rather the stock prove it to me that it's going higher and break the highs. Then I want to be long. So there's the breakdown, right? There's how it's lost 346. So now if this candle continues down, I would look for it to come into 333-ish, somewhere around there. And then like a stop loss would be like over 359 or over 367. But again, like the way you're thinking, I understand that. So like, yes, and if you want to do the long, you can do the long here. You just have to use like this as a stop though. You know what I'm saying? Which is fine because it's a pop, pullback, and go. See, I can make the argument for both sides. You know, I can make the argument for both sides. So what the only thing that I want you guys as traders to do is when you guys come up with your theses and your thought process, have conviction to play it through, you know, have the conviction to play it through. But also, if asked, right, not that, you know, I'm going to ask everyone, and I should be asking everyone what their trades are. If you were asked, well, why did you get into that? You should be able to explain it. So this is your explanation here. We're holding this floor. We've popped, we've back tested, we've popped, we've back tested. Now I believe that it's coming higher and I'll sell on the run up. Okay, where's your stop? Well, if we lose that floor that we put in, that 345, 346 floor, then I'll get out because it's invalidated my thought process. And then my thought process is we put in that high, we've back tested, we did hold once, we put in a new high, we've back tested, we're holding twice. If we lose this floor, I believe that we're coming down to the next support. So if someone was to ask me, you know, why did you get short? Well, because we broke down the floor and I think that we're coming back down to the next floors. Like that run is over. But again, my thought process is going against the trend. So the trend is up today. I'm going reverse trend, right? I'm going reverse trend. Your thought process is going with the trend. And there's the touch, you see? So it worked out. So did you take the short below 346? Did you take the short below 346? Because now this is where I would want to take profits from 346 into the 334. It's 12 points. My trade would be over. My trade is over. You know, like my trade is over. So. And we're still sinking. So if you're holding it, see if you, beautiful. Yeah, reverse trend for you too, Biggs. But yeah, but like you guys, like everyone kind of understands like why I was thinking that though. Like it's just as long as you can see both sides to the story. Because if Sam did go long, like Sam, if you did go long because that was a support, you just got hosed, right? Like you got hosed for 12, 15 points. And now you're sitting like, okay, fuck, what happened? How come I can't go up? That's all it is. NVIDIA came down and tested the 5-minute linear regression. So I don't really know if there's a lot of room left on the 5-minute look on NVIDIA, but the hourly chart looks really good, right? So the hourly chart looks really good on NVIDIA, and would be worth a look here. right? So like if we're trading at 457, you know, 457 50 puts, 457 puts, they're very 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 cheap, so you can go a little heavier. And I've got support at around 455. Nvidia's daily chart has room all the way down to 451. Basically, the daily chart here on Nvidia was rejected at the linear regression, popped, kind of took out yesterday's highs, came right into this linear regression, pulled down, lost a 20. This has room down to 450, 451. It's just that Nvidia is going to get, even though the daily looks good, the hourly looks good, the 5-minute doesn't look good short. The 5-minute doesn't look good short until it loses 457. Okay, so even though Nvidia's trend is down, we would need to lose 457, put in a low, right? Put in a new low, so it would look like this, right? Put in a new low below this linear regression, and then treat it as a 20 play. The next candle or whatever preceding candle happens after that would need to take out the low, the new low below 457. Then you have room down to 451. Okay. Now, if you have full intentions of holding this for an hour or 2 hours, because maybe we're going to dump later, then yes, the hourly chart looks great on the Nvidia to short, and so does the daily. So keep eyes on the Nvidia. So Sam, so also remember how we were talking about on the NQ, we're talking about like reversal candles or how to play those, you know, catch bounces or some shit like that. If the NQ, being that it's below its 20-day moving average right now, if the NQ just, if this is just a catch, right? If this is just a breakout and then a pullback, I would look for, hold on here because that might get invalidated. What I would look for is if this held here and then we get a green candle that takes out this red candle, we would go long there and we would use the low of day as or this low as a stop on this 5-minute candle. But again, right now we are breaking through the 20 and the previous 5-minute candle. So technically, you know, I don't want to fucking overshoot myself here, but you know, 306 is the next support. 306 is the next support on the Qs. I would look for a bounce on the Qs at around 306. Let me see how this 5-minute candle finishes. It's got about 2.5 minutes left. Basically, the point I'm trying to make is if this candle gets sucked up here, right, and it turns green or it kind of closes as a little hammer candle, if our next candle is a green candle, I would use the low wick as a stop. I would get long. But let me see how this finishes though. Let me see how this finishes. Because it could be just doing this. Right? Could be just doing that, which would be an awesome spot to get long, but we would have to use this low wick on this current 5-minute candle as a stop. Okay, yeah, just so we understand that. And again, you know, every trade is like a 50-50 trade, right? We just need to have a technical reason to enter and a technical reason to get the fuck out of the trade. So, and then it's just up to us as traders to kind of analyze that price action and roll with it. But again, I need this candle to close first. I don't want this thing to shoot down to 307. I would also look for the move. If we do continue into 307, I would look for the move, that same kind of bounce move around 307, because that's the bottom of the channel. So whether it happens here at the 20 or it happens here at my linear regression, I would look for that bounce. Okay, so if 855, well, yeah, that would be nice. Yeah, 307 would be nice. 855. So 855 bottom is your VWAP. Okay, so your VWAP is matching up with the 20 SMA. So it's about the same thing, right? So, you know, people who trade VWAP would be saying we're at VWAP now. So what if you use VWAP as an indicator, what do we do at VWAP, right? It's just the volume weighted average price. That's where people want to get in to go long. So yes, if the bulls are going to step up here because this is an uptrend, if the bulls are going to step up, then yes, this would be a good spot to go low or go long. And I would use the low wick as your hard stop. Let's wait for the next candle though. It's coming out in 30 seconds. So your stop might be like 321. Like 321 might be the stop for a long if the next candle's green and it takes it out. And for Biggs' sake, hopefully, you know, we continue to push down, because I don't believe that you're in a play yet. So notice how we're catching here at the 20 SMA. This might be a bounce spot also on NVIDIA, a short-term bounce. Might be a short-term bounce. Again, even though the hourly chart looks good, this could be a short-term bounce here on NVIDIA. At this linear regression, a little bottom fishing here. Market makers still have a $5 move priced in for NVIDIA today. So $5 from here would take us to 63. Would take us right all the way up here. So a 5-point bounce on NVIDIA would take us here to stop the day. Or it would take us down here. So this is the range that the market makers have priced in. You see, you can't even make this shit up, dude. Like if you go to your options chain, I know on Thinkorswim they'll give you the expected range that the market makers quote unquote have priced in. They have priced in a $5.36 move for the rest of the day on NVIDIA, up or down, right? If we knew which way it was going, obviously we'd be fucking millionaires. But that range matches up perfectly to my bottom linear regression and my top linear regression. So right now we're dead smack in the middle of either or. So if we start to lose the lows, right, and we confirm the hourly chart lows, then maybe we can kind of trickle down into the lower 450s. But if we bounce and we get some type of reversal candle on NVIDIA, maybe we could bounce a couple points enough to make us some money back up to the upside. But again, you know, like full disclosure, if you were to ask me, I do like the long. I'd rather just fucking wash it out. I mean, the short. I'd rather just fucking wash this shit out. Like just flush it and that's it. But, you know, you never get what you want. NQ still pushing lower, guys. NQ still pushing lower. There's the good wash on NVIDIA. Is anyone short NVIDIA, guys? Is anyone short NVIDIA? Anyone short NVIDIA here? Take your $1.50, $2, guys. If anyone is short NVIDIA here, again, if we kind of go to that hourly chart, what was the setup? It was a loss through the first hour lows at around 458. Coming into the hour Bollinger Band. Coming into the hour Bollinger Band here on NVIDIA. So just be careful for an aggressive snapback. But again, if we start to get below that 456.35, or I mean, excuse me, below that 455, this thing can wash. Be careful here on NVIDIA, guys. If you got profits, $1, $1.50, $2, remember, the potential is $5 down. It doesn't mean that we're trying to catch the whole $5 fucking dollars. Good job, Big. Short. So here's your little bit of the breakdown. The breakdown was through the linear regression, right? Through the first hour lows on NVIDIA through 457. Then you had another break at 456, and then it touched 454. Guys, you should be taking profits on NVIDIA. There was 3 entries short on NVIDIA. You guys should be taking profits on NVIDIA. And if you're a fucking gambler, then hold a fucking runner then and see what you can get out of it. But again, that was your move. That was your move. Biggs, you're short Qs from what price? Q's got to stay below like 370, 375, 370, 375, or 373, 96. You're short from what price? Still trading below the 20. Potential is 372. Andre, how much you up on the NVIDIA? Are you still in or you out? Come on, Nvidia, sink, you motherfucker. I'm squeezing the shit out of this Nvidia right now. I'm squeezing the fuck out of it. Let's go. Come on, you son of a bitch. Squeeze, baby. Squeeze. Daily support around 452. Squeeze, you son of a bitch. Squeeze. Make the call. Squeeze it. Biggs, call him up. Call him up. Tell him we got some boys on the line here. We're ready to go. Let's go. 452. 452 on Nvidia. Sink. This is a beautiful fucking trade. Beautiful fucking trade. Get into the 452s and I'm out. Get into the 452s. There it is. 452, baby. Congratulations to everyone who took Nvidia short. Who took Nvidia fucking short? Beautiful fucking trade. Beautiful trade. Why did we take the trade? Why did we take the trade? Loss of previous hour lows, pre-market lows. You can see it here. Let me make it bigger. Some of you guys need glasses. I don't even know if Andre's wearing his glasses today. Look at the pre-market lows, 458, 458. Contracts are cheap on a Friday. Lost the first hour lows. That new pivot was like 456.35. Even from 456, went down another $3 fucking. Friday contracts are cheap. You go in the money, you get your cash quick, and you get the hell out. You don't do none of this. I'm going to buy 450 puts and you go 8 points out the money. Don't do that bogus shit. Don't do that weird shit. Yeah. Don't do that weird shit where you guys are buying. Good job, putts. Don't do that weird stuff where you guys are buying 10 points out of the money trying to make a buck on it. It's Friday. Go in the money deep. You can't afford in the money deep, go at the money. And if you can't go at the money or in the money, then you need to get a second job. You need to, check the couch for change. You need to save cans. You need to go do whatever you need to do to get more money so you can buy contracts that are at the money or in the money. I hate these guys on social media that post up, 500% gains, but they're fucking 12 points out of the money. Yeah, no shit. The contract's going to run from $10 to fucking $20 and be up 100%. Like, we trying to make percentages here. We trying to make money here. I'm trying to make money. I'm not trying to make fucking, I don't give a shit about 500%. 500% could be $50 on a contract that cost me $2. 20 cents. Beautiful fucking trade, Sam. Beautiful trade, baby. That Nvidia 20 play was awesome. Yeah, we had multiple setups on this stupid stock. Multiple setups on this stupid stock. You had that last 20 play that was sitting up there at 461. And then we had the linear regression breakdown, right? We talked about this one. One second here. Let me close the rest of this bullshit out. we had the second one that was a loss of this linear regression, right? That put in a new low, right? If this is our support, what needs to happen? We don't just take it on the first time it breaks through. Remember, think about it. Do you want to be the first wave, right? The first dumbass with the sword and no shield going through, marching through the storm, or do you want to let everyone else go through and then you kind of mosey in through the back, right? That's what we want to do. So we broke the linear regression. We put in that new low at 456.35. Even when 436.55 confirmed, you should have been short through 456.35, short there, and that still went down $4. That still went down $3.75. So multiple plays here, multiple plays on NVIDIA. 20 play. Linear regression. We knew our potential was 451, you know. So we take profits into that. I don't need it to touch 451. Just get me close there. Just get me close. Get me close. Get me close. Get me close. Yeah, watch the snapback. If you're short, watch the snapback. If you're short, watch the snapback. If you're short, watch a snapback. If you're short, you should be out. I'll just tell you that. If you're still holding on here, you're a greedy son of a bitch. And that is what it is. That is what it is. If you're still short, you're just a degenerate gambler. I'm telling you that right now. If you're still short in the video, you're a degenerate. I don't care. You need to hear it. If you're barely looking to get into NVIDIA, we maybe need to go to the eye doctor. Andre will link you up with his eye doctor, get you some nice glasses. Don't also do that weird stuff too, guys, where you're like, is it too late to get into NVIDIA? Yeah, I think so. Don't do that weird stuff. So the Qs came all the way back to the breakout spot. The Dahmer action. The Qs came back to the breakout spot, right? So the first 5-minute candle on the Qs, or if you're looking at futures on the NQ, came all the way back to its breakout spot. Now, you know, again, I don't know if Biggs with the tube socks. Biggs, post a picture up. Where's the picture at? Andre, get that picture going when you were fucking partying your ass off. I don't know if Sam's still here. Sam, if you're still here, $700, you need to call it a day. But let's say, for example, we're looking for a trade. We would take a trade long over 321, potentially to try to test 330s, try to take a little scalp, and then we're going to use like 306 as a stop. But again, Sam, you're more than good today. I don't want you taking any more trades, man. We got to learn to live with prosperity. I want to see you take Top Step down for everything they fucking got. I want to see you take Top Step for everything they got. So let's slow burn that. Biggs was probably there last night, man. Biggs was there last night with all of his neighbors. It was fucking Thursdays is the swingers club meeting at Biggs's house. Biggs host on Thursdays. He's got that white rock sitting out in front of his porch. Nice, Sam. Good job. Biggs, how many white rocks you started adding to that front lawn of yours? Upside down pineapple doormats and everything else. I wonder why Biggs like trading in his garage with the garage door half open, sitting in his boxers. Swinger party, baby. A little key party, yeah. Who's got the key this week, Biggs? Cody knows what's up. It's got to be an upside down pineapple, Cody. Biggs just puts that pineapple on its freaking leaves, sits it upside down outside of his doorstep. Poor wife can't even go to the grocery store without all the neighbors coming to ask if she needs help. Come on, Biggs. Game one. Pineapples? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Pineapples. Bust out the pineapples. Painted white rock. Yeah. The bigger the rock, the crazier the time, I heard. Biggs. Biggs bringing back the dump truck. Unload the boulder. Daddy's got some painting to do today. Biggs got a whole caravan in his neighborhood. Little school bus comes and picks up all the neighbors. Bull 30, yeah. It's about that time, Biggs. Just make sure you take your mouse away. Next thing you know, you're going to be coming at me in an hour. Hey, man, I got 3 positions long, 4 positions short. What should I do? Swing into next week. Who's green here? Who's green in the room? Biggs is green. Andre's green. Cody, you're green, right? Oh no, you missed it. You said Sam's green. Who else is in the chat? There's 6 people here. That's only 4 of us. Putz is green. Yeah, Putz is green. So Putz is green. Sam's green. Biggs is green. Andre's green. That's 4. There's 2 more of you guys. Cody, you missed it. I'm going to give you a pass. Cody missed it. He was busy. Cody was out there buying pineapples. Yeah, you hear it. It's just menthol, Biggs. It's just menthol, man. That's 5. There's someone else in here hiding. Who's hiding? Who else is in here hiding that hasn't said anything yet? Go through the list again. For everyone else, there's 60 people in the frickin' room, and there's only 6 people in here. So some 55 people like to spend money, but they don't like to make money. So you want the special juice? We gotta get over to Biggs. Biggs has got all the fire over there. Oh, Sheppy's in here. Quiet. Sheppy's holding what? Where the hell's Sheppy at? Not saying a word. Probably sitting in 250 SPX contracts. A little bit of a bounce here, holding the floors here. Might be a little bit of a dead cat bounce here. A little bit of a bounce here. A little bit of a bounce here. So on Tesla, like, so guys, something like that I look for on Tesla. Notice how we came down into this support, right? We put in a low, we put in like another low that was sideways. We put in another one that's a little bit higher. We've got this support area here, right? So like 251 could be a hard stop, go long. Full disclosure, I'm long heavy fucking size here, just trying to take a little bit of piece of this pie. Yeah, I have room into 253, playing on house money here. Just give it to me. Bounce it like a bouncing ball, like a basketball. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So into support, go sideways, green, taking out red. You know, give me 253 on this thing and I'm out. If not, I'll get out under the 5 SMA for like a break-even loss. What's the hour chart looking like? Hour chart's looking good. Oh, okay, CBG. All right, Cody. Yeah, I was wondering who you were in Discord. Yeah, Biggs doesn't like fake plants. Biggs, I'm a fan of the fake plants, man. No stress, no hassle. Just put them there. They look nice. You don't gotta water them. You don't gotta do nothing to them. Fake plants, Biggs. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Biggs. I don't think Andres had a red day since he got that fucking money tree. So all you boys out there, if you guys don't own a money tree, go get one. Actually, you can't buy it for yourself. Tell someone that you really want one, right? You really want one. And hopefully they get it for you. And if they do, you guys won't have a red day either. Yeah, it's got to be gifted to you boys. So, you know, throw the hint out there that you guys want one, and maybe you guys have someone who will buy it for you. And if you don't, you know, well, send me the address. I'll send you one. But you don't have a Biggs. You don't got a money tree, dude. Dude, you gotta get a money tree, man. There it is. Yeah. Okay, 102 Brook. I'll send you a freaking white rock there too with it. Guys, you guys got Amazon taking out testing high of day here. Amazon testing high of day. Amazon taking out previous day's highs over that 138.42. I think I put that in Discord. If not, I said it here at the beginning of the stream. I said it somewhere. Oh yeah, 138.40s on Amazon, guys. Posted that at 7:25. If anyone was still watching Amazon. Biggs is yeah. Biggs, how long my question is how long are you gonna be out of commission, man? You got the newborn coming any day now. Shit, man. Wife's not gonna let you squeeze out of there. Open invite. Here's me and Andre knocking on the doors. Wife opens the door, Biggs over there with an apron on. You got an apron on, you're doing dishes, Biggs. Sunday. Big day on Sunday, Biggs. You're gonna miss football? You're gonna miss football? Biggs? Oh my God. Biggs, you're out. I hope you're not doing fantasy this year. Not gonna be able to keep up on the team, man. Yeah, no chance. You got no shot, Biggs. I'll let you know. No fantasy for you this year. No nothing. No football on Sundays. No local runs to the boardwalk. Yeah, you will. What's the name of that spot across the street from the hospital, Biggs? Yeah, Kelsey was a big blow last night to you, man. The green turtle. Yeah. You guys got a lot of funny names for bars out there, Biggs. I love it. Boeing has room into 208 on the daily chart. A little extended right now. Maybe our last short was like through 211s and a half, 211 and a half through that opening range. Went down to 210.51. Yeah, Boeing is a little extended. If you like Boeing, I like it for next week through this week's low. So like through like 210 on Boeing, it's got room down. Through 210 next week. And then our true entry for the short was when we lost the linear regression here on Boeing, right? So look at, if I pull this up, Putz. So notice how this candle here at 6:45 my time lost this linear regression. We put in a new low. Our confirmation was at 6:50 my time. So 6:50 when we confirmed, that price was like 212.50. So that was a good move. It was like about a $2 move down that we could have captured. We put in that low, we bounced, back tested the breakdown spot, right? So if that's our pivot, this would have been our stop. This is our entry. We put in a low, we back tested the breakdown spot, and then we put in a new low. So yeah, no low on, or excuse me, no entry short right now on Boeing. It's already in its second leg down. If this is leg 1, this is leg 2. This was take profit zone. This was take profit zone. But yeah, that thing flushed. Any news on it, or just because the market's trading like shit? Boom. Guys, did anyone take that Tesla with me? Did anyone take that Tesla with me? Give me 1 second, Putz. I'm trying to sell my Tesla here. Remember what I was saying? We put in the low on Tesla. We traded sideways. We traded sideways when green, right? When green, right? So okay, if this is our low, that would be my stop. When green takes out red, we get long. We play this into the next areas of supply, which is a 20. I'm going to sell this position here. $253s. Remember that? I mean, low, sideways, green, take out red. Oh. Guys, go to sleep. Go to sleep with that kind of stuff, man. Put some headphones on. You know, like we're still pushing higher here. I still got a little piece of this runner. I'll make like a video, red, red, red. Lanulo, green, green. When green takes out red, go long. Take profits into supply. Boom, boom, boom. Just replay it. Red, red, red. Sideways, sideways, sideways. Green, take out red. Low of stop. Low of day as a stop. Boom, take profits. Replay that shit over in your head, man. Telling you, Biggs. You know about the bottom fishing, Biggs. Red, 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 red. Oh, support. Sideways, sideways, sideways. Green, take out red. Go long. Low of day as a stop. Take profits into supply. Take profits into supply. Take profits into supply. Come on, baby. Give me 254 on this thing, man. Andre should be at Bevmo right now. Picking up the bottle. Go to Bevmo, Andre. 254. I'm out of this thing. I don't have time for this. I don't have time for this, guys. Let's go down to because it's Friday. Let's go down to one runner on Tesla. One runner on Tesla, and let's just hold it to break even. So even on this play, guys, let's say you don't have like a lot of money in your accounts because everyone's pockets are different. Again, take profits into supply, take profits into supply, take profits into supply. Even if you guys don't have a lot of money, you guys are playing one contract, you guys would be up $56, right? So what was I looking at? Down, down, down. Okay. No continuation down, right? So down, sideways, sideways. If green takes out red, use the low of day as a stop. It was a $1.50 stop. Get long. Okay, pulls back. Nothing to be alarmed about. Doesn't take out your stop. And then goes into supply. Into supply. Into supply. Right? You know, how did I know it wasn't going to do this? How did I know it wasn't going to do that? I didn't. I'm not a fucking magician, you know? Like, I don't have a crystal ball or anything. But I just trust yourself and trust the charts. Like, just if this is the low, I mean, sometimes I feel like, I don't know. So I don't know. Sometimes I feel like just people don't, not this room. I think The only thing, what I do like about this room, guys, I like about the guys that are in here, I think we're all pretty fucking realistic, right? You know, because I spend a lot of time on YouTube and Twitter, you know, just for like whatever content purposes. But like I like a lot of people out there are dumb, like, right? And I'm stupid, right? Like I'm dumb. But it's like a lot of people say like weird shit. Like they say weird stuff, you know? It's like they can't grasp the fact of why you're putting money into this trade. Well, I don't know. Big pop, consolidation. We lost this area and we put in a new low. Okay? So my brain's telling me if this is the low and this Bollinger Band is holding, well, if we go sideways with no continuation to the downside and we go sideways and then we have a green candle that takes out a previous couple candles of consolidation, then why can't I put my money long and use the low of day as a stop and just sit in this thing into supply, into supply, into supply? Does any, I mean, like, if anyone's looking at my chart, I mean, can we see how they stop at these levels? It's not a coincidence. Like, that's why they're on my chart. Oh, what did the Amazon do? 138.40s went up to 138.80s, 40 cents on Amazon. Biggs, are you long on Apple? Apple's hourly has room to about 180.50s. 180.50s if it wants to go. Addie's talking about 260 calls on Tesla. Oops. See, that's what I'm saying. 915, 260 calls. Why are we going so far out of the money? Like, so far. I know they're for next week, but geez. And let me give you guys a thought process here. So for example, okay, so I'm in the long here because we took out this new low, okay? So and then now we're bouncing. So how do you play that back, right? Okay, I don't know if it's going to work, but like I didn't know if this play was going to work. So like if we put in the low, now we're bouncing. If we're going to get rejected here, if we get a red candle to take out this red candle that's forming now, then you go short and you use the high of day or this recent high on the bounce as a stop. It takes you out. Maybe you just get out of it. You were wrong. It'll come back and back test and it'll give you another long opportunity here. So let's see how this candle finishes. You know, if the stock market wants to start playing, you know, ping pong with you where it's just bouncing back and forth, well, that's how you can beat the market at their own game. Put in a low, I'm going to buy the demand. Put in a bounce, I'm going to short the supply. Back down. Boom, 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 boom. Either boom or whatever, right? But still, like, but if Tesla does break through the top side here, then yeah, it's got more room to the upside, obviously. So now you just sit on your hands and you kind of wait. Because it's also a 20 play on Tesla as well. Nah, it needs to close below. So then this next candle that we're talking about here, notice my screen here, right? Just let me know if you're looking at my screen so I could draw on it. John, and also did you okay, did you go limit order or market order? Did you do limit or market? And it didn't go through, huh? Yeah. You need to tell them that you lost money on that trade. Or not lost money, but you technically did because you didn't take it. So here's why it wouldn't have wicked me out. So I'll cover it, right? So when I was looking at the Tesla chart, I'm looking at, you know, a big pullback, right? A big pullback. I'm noticing that we have whatever this is here. This is the 100 EMA. We've got the Bollinger Band. So we put in this low. We put in this low. We traded sideways, right? So we have 15 minutes where we traded sideways. So what I'm thinking here is, okay, we've already been selling off. Now that we've put in this low with no new sell-off, no new follow-through, my thought process is when green, okay, when green takes out the previous red, I want to go long. Day trading margin, but you have 80K in buying power on margin. Yeah, what the hell's up with these guys? So what's the explanation? That's the only explanation they're giving you? What's the workaround then? That doesn't make any sense. So back to this play. So what's my stop? Yeah, I would still, yeah, hammer those guys. So if this is my if my reason why I'm getting into the trade is because we've made no continuation low, well, I've got my low of day now here at this white line that I'm drawing, right, which is a low wick from this candle. I'm getting in on this candle when green takes out red, right? It's a 50-50 play because this could have consolidated sideways, put in a spike. I could have got long. It could have came down and continued to go down. That's fine. I would have gotten out underneath the low. Okay, so this candle is not going to stop you out because it doesn't close. So that's why the wicks are so important. That's why for my pivots, I'll use wicks, right? I'll use wicks on my pivots. And also, it's not going to stop us out. This candle is not going to stop us out because it doesn't close even below our entry candle, or technically, you know, my stop loss was here. So it doesn't even wick below my stop loss, right? So my stop loss is going to be the low of day on this whole formation. So if I'm looking at the down move, I'm looking at consolidation, I'm going to use the low as my stop. So it never even wicks down there, but what would have stopped me out was a close below. I needed to close because that's telling me the candlesticks are really telling me that like this move is over when we close below, right? So that's why it wouldn't have stopped me out. But if we look at, you know, what would my stop have been, like how much risk am I putting on the table? My entry price around 250, 250s, and I'm looking to get out at around 251.39. So 251.50s, 251.39. What am I looking at? $1.50? I'm trading Tesla. That's not a lot of risk, right? $1.50 on Tesla is not a lot of risk. So I'll assume that risk. So that's why I'll look for these type of plays, because when we have drastic selling or drastic buying, and then the market kind of does a little bit of reversal, I don't care putting my money into these little plays because it's such a low risk that if it works out, I really make good money. And if it doesn't, I lose a cup of coffee on the thing, right? And then, so profit taking would be like this. So if I'm looking to get in over here on this candle, and this is my stop, well, what's my first level of supply? This 10-day moving average, which is this blue line. That's my first level of supply. So I want to see us, if I'm in on this candle here, I want to see us break this supply, and I want to start taking profits into the next area of supply, which I took off half size here. And if we break through supply, I want to see us take profits into the next level of supply, which is here, right? And now I've only got one contract. I should have held the whole thing. One contract of 250 strikes is up $88. So, you know, and considering the fact that I had 15 of them, you know,
stupid me, right, for not holding. But again, I would rather be dumb. I would rather be dumb and not hold the whole thing, expecting it to do this, because the people that expect it to, that you're expecting it to do this and you're going to hold full size, is the moment you're holding here and you're holding whole size and then it comes down and you're like, okay, it's going to consolidate and come back up, and then it comes down and then it comes down and you gave away all the money. So I would rather just paint in between the lines. Entry candle here, right? That's my entry candle. This is my first area of supply. So when we break that, I want to take profits into the next area, right? Into, and then when we break, I want to take profits into the next area. And then if I want to be a degenerate and hold a runner, then I just hold a runner. But that's how you can kind of maximize that. There was a play like this that happened on the futures yesterday that I was going over with Sam that we were looking at. And I think he took it and he took like a quick 5 points off the NQ, but then it just continued to run, right? Like it just continued to run and do that. So we got to get in, like, just, it was a good play, but the only way like we can really practice them is by taking them. You know, give yourself the $1.50 risk there. Take the green over the red. We already came from a down selling move. If we take out a level of supply, do we get to the next one? If we do get semi close to the next one, take your profits. If we break the level of supply and we get semi close, right? I don't want, and another thing is, I don't want you guys to focus on, oh, it has to touch. It has to touch, because it might, like it did touch here, right? And it did break here, but I'm just confident if I'm in on this candle and we start to run up, I want to take profits as close to I can to that, and then hold half size and then run up and then hold a runner. I'm just going to get out of this now. $72 on the last contract. And when it moves that fast in 5, 10, 15 minutes, the contracts really move. The contracts really move, you know? Also, guys, there'll be no live stream next Friday. Next Friday, there'll be no live stream. And Thursday will be kind of a short one, like just maybe like the first hour only. Yeah, next Friday, me and Andre got a bachelor party to go to in Vegas. So we won't be here. We're flying out. These guys decide to fly out at fucking 5 in the morning to go to Vegas, but we'll be, we won't be here on Friday, and then Thursday I'll kind of be in and out of the room because just kind of getting stuff ready, situated around the house and stuff. So what that means is, let's really make some money Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Let's really make some money Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so we don't even have to worry about Thursday or Friday. That would be preferred. But I'll be around on Thursday, and the live stream will be on Thursday, but Friday it will not be on. Biggs will be running the chat. There was a nice 20 play on the NQ from 353 up to 369. That was about a 25-30 point move. Did anyone take the futures? Also, the last 20 play down was from 314 all the way down to 388. That was another 25 points there. So again, here's a rule of thumb. If you guys trade futures and you're trading NQ, you will have a very high success rate and win percentage if you approach these scalps, right? If you approach these scalps and you look to take 15, 20, 25 points. If you focus on taking those, you'll be able to take 2-3 trades in a day, and you'll probably take 30 to 40 points out of the market, sometimes more, because they're just going to run, right? And that's beyond our control. They're just going to continue to go. We don't have to do anything. When you really try to get into these plays, like for example, if someone got into this 20 play short and they're just thinking it's going to go down and go down and go down and go down, well, they got stopped out. If someone got into this 20 play and they think that it's going to go up and 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 go up, they got stopped out. So knowing where to take profits is also just as important as having a stop loss and in your position sizing risk management. So on the ES, I would say if you're going to trade ES, focus on anywhere between 3 and 6 points profit and you take, or you're going to give up the 3 to 6 points. Okay. On the NQ, I would focus on taking 15 to 20 to 25 points if you can get it on your first move. And if you focus on that, these plays that I teach, these setups that I teach, they will hit at a very high success rate. Probably like 60% of the time, guys. And again, like 60% of the time and you'll be profitable. So don't look for 30, 40, 50, 60 points. You might get it, but what I'm saying is I'd rather you get it on a runner that's a stop at break even or in profit versus trying to hold your whole size. The same thing for options. If we're trading Tesla or Nvidia, we want $1, $1.50, $2 max, right? And then we're out. I'm selling half size at $1. I'm selling a little bit more at $1.50, $1.20, whatever. And then I'll hold a runner. And if I can get $2, I'm out. Okay. I don't care if it runs $10. If we're trading something like Apple or Amazon, if we can get 40 cents, 50 cents, 60 cents, half size is gone. If you can get $1, that's a home run. Same thing for AMD. If you're trading Microsoft or Meta, if you can get something like 70 cents, start selling. If you can get $1, you need to be out half size. If you can get anything over $1 on Meta, Microsoft, something like that, that's a home run, and chalk it up for the day. If you approach the market like that, your setups and your entries will have such a higher success rate that you will be profitable on a day in and day out basis. I mean, if you guys just look at I know everyone here trades, but not everyone posts sometimes in the daily gains and loss section. If you just look at Biggs and you look at Andre, those guys will post when they're winning and they'll just kind of throw it out there. But they're not looking for like $5, $10, $15. They're not looking for it to run for 2, 3, 4 hours. They're getting in, they're taking $1 off this thing. They're taking a quick 50 cents. They're taking a quick $1.50. That's the difference between the traders you see that are very successful and the traders that are kind of like, well, I was making money and I lost, or I gave back a bunch of profits from like 3 days worth of trading, and I held a big loser. Understand how much these stocks can actually move once you get into the move. And as soon as you understand that, you'll be able to hit with a high success rate. Because if I just look at the NQ here and I look at the last entry, we should have been long 354. And in 5 minutes, it goes to 360. So that's 4 or 5 points. And then it goes all the way up to 369, 370. Okay. So from 354, right, this top wick, 350, 350s, all the way up here to 368, 370, you're looking at 10, 15, 20 points, right? Give or take, because the candles are going to go fast. But if you have full intentions of taking profits at like 10, 15, 20 points or 15, 20 points, whatever, then you would have taken a little scratch here and you would be sitting at a break even on the remaining contracts. Just like on this short position here, goes from a price of 315 all the way down on the first 5 minute candle to 296. So here's your 15 points here, right? So from 314 short all the way down to 296, you got your 15 points. So you could have sold that if you wanted to hold a little piece. You sit through a little bit of drawdown here, and then it comes back down all the way to like 287. So kind of look for like that 10, 15 points. If the market's really moving, 15, 20 points. And if you can get that, just get out and always set a break-even stop after you're profitable and you'll be good. The only time you use a 1-bar stop system is when you first get into the trade. Like for example, if this is our play here, this is our reason why candle, our max pain is there, our entry is here, or our pivot is there, our entry is this candle, right? But when we're already profitable down here, guys, we're not using a 1-bar stop at that particular situation because we've already made money. So if we sell out, our stop loss just goes to like break even, or it moves down a little bit. We start cutting that loss down. The only time we use a 1-bar stop is on this entry candle, because if it goes down a little bit and then comes back up and then we get stopped out, yeah, we got to get out. But once you guys start making money, right? Once you're already making money, Now we're not trying to give it all the way back up here to get stopped out, because now we're going to lose money on the trade. Just like on this long position here, if this is our initial max pain and our entry is going to come over our pivot, we want to be taking profits on the way up, and then we can kind of move our stop loss to break even, which you would have been stopped out here on your runners. But if on the NQ you can snag 10, 15 points, take profits, hold a runner. Sometimes it might go up 15 points. So if you get 15, 20 points, take your profits, hold a runner. Runners at break even. Then look for the next setup. I would say between 10, 12, 15 points, hard take profit. If it flies, like right at when you get in, it just flies, 15, 20 points, take profits. And then focus on just doing that, and you'll finish the day with like 2, 3, 4 trades, and you'll notice, like, man, I took 10 points here, I took 15 points here, I took 11 points here. That's pretty good. I took 40, 50 points out of this market today. Versus trying to get into just one specific play and just hoping that it just goes down. Because at that point, you're just hoping that it goes down, if you have no idea of where you want to start taking those profits. So John, look at Tesla. Remember what we were talking about on that Tesla? So remember my play long? Look at how we came to this top supply. Look at when red took out green and you just used the high wick as a stop. You'd be sitting short on this, and your entry price would have been somewhere around 253.80s, and we're currently trading at we went down to 253.20. So you got 50 cents on the move. And if we come down to the next supply, you're going to get about $1 on the move. And then your stop loss is the top wick there. You see how that works? So that's the same play that I took long, same play setting up short. Yeah. So in John, you can do back testing, like not now, but like over the weekend or whenever you have time or whatever, and just kind of go through the charts, look at the 5-minute time frames, and then kind of just, play them out mentally. Okay, if this was the low and I got in when this green bar took out the red and I went long, would I have made $1 on it, right? If we're talking about stocks on Tesla or something, would I have made $1 on it? 50 cents, 80 cents, whatever. And then look at them, look at the plays that set up short. Okay, we hit this area of supply, and then like a red candle took out a green candle. How far did that go down? Mentally play those out, because then when you get to the charts and we're trading live, that's how you can identify, like, I've already seen this before. I'm just going to go ahead and jump this trade. I'm going to jump this trade, right? Like, and see what it does. Again, this trade can come back up and Tesla can just continue to go higher. But I mean, I'm sure on the 50-cent drop here, those contracts would have moved, $10, $15. So, depending on how many contracts you got, I mean, make a little money. Then these trades are not like to like hit home runs. They're just like scalps. Like, just treat them as a little scalp. Yeah, but yeah, gold looking good. 750 was the reason why 755 was our entry. Ah, is that what they did to you? That's what they did to you. That's why you couldn't trade today. They caught you with that. Hey, you can't switch to cash account with those guys? Can you switch to a cash account? Switch to a cash account, man. You don't got to worry about that. Yeah, just go cash account. As long as you're not trading equities, right? If you're not trading equities, um yeah, you want to get around that PDT. Yeah, just go cash. Go cash. I think most of the guys here are on cash. Andre's cash. Biggs is he's got multiple accounts, but I think one of his account is cash. Yeah, just go cash account. No, you don't got to worry about it because you don't really need the margin to trade options. I mean, you can sit there and trade options with like $5,000. You can trade options with like $2,000, but hey, Putz, are you in on this short here on gold, or are you're just back testing? Yeah, forget about the spreads. Gold had a nice 1 hour setup, Putz, through the second hour lows, through the 20 SMA at around 1947. I would have taken profits at 1945 30s, so you got about $1 there, and then now we're down to 1943, another $2 there on the runner. Putz, are you in gold, or we're just looking at it, or are you just back testing it? Oh yeah, that was a hell of a trade. There was even the play before that at a 6:45 my time long. From 1948.50 all the way up to 1954.20s. That was a good one too. So we had this setup. We had this setup. Yeah, cash clears by the next morning. So if you would have taken that Tesla trade with me, you would be good. So basically, I'll just use an example. Let's say you got $1,000 in your cash account, and you were to buy, one Tesla contract that costs $250, right? Or let's say $200. That $200 would clear tomorrow with the profits. So you'd have $800 left to trade on the day, and then tomorrow it just resets. Yeah, that's why I say that going cash account if you're under 25,000 is perfect. I mean, because you can grow it, whatever your amount is, you can grow to 25,000 in a few months, 6 months, 4 months, 3 months if you hit a hot streak. But again, I mean, I don't know. I don't even know. Like if people just solely trade options, I don't even know why you would need the margin. Just keep it cash. Unless you want to do all the fancy stuff, you know. But I don't do none of the fanciness, so hey, shifting gears, did you take any trades today, buddy? Or are we just hanging out? Yeah, I'm looking at that. Potential would be to like 322. There you go. There you go. 250 away, you'll be there in no time, my man. What's the weather like in Chicago right now? What's that? What's the weather like over there? Looking good? Putz, did you take the short? If you did, start thinking about taking some profits off. I know it's a little scalp, but just again, start thinking about taking some profits off. This could just be a wash because what I'm looking at here on the left-hand side is this wick. So if I was to draw a line across this wick, that's exactly where we're at. So we're right here, right at this prior wick. We've kind of busted down below it. Our potential is in the 20s. Our potential is in the 20s, but we got to get through 29. So there's the first break, but it's having trouble here. 20, 23, 25. I would start thinking about taking profits off. Yeah, oh yeah, yeah, without capital we can't do nothing. Without capital we can't do nothing. Putz, did you take the short? If you did take the short, think about taking some gains off. I know it's not a lot, but just again, just be careful. Put in a quick 10 points down. A quick 10 points down. That's why I always say 10, 15 points. If we can kind of get that, you know, go for it. But potential would be 22s. Potential would be 22s, 23s. That's potential. but I'm looking at this candle here at 8:15 my time. Beautiful. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. How many points did you actually snag on that? Because I know 336 down to 26, but then it's kind of bouncing around. Maybe you took, what, 5 points off that? Yeah, it's also support on the hourly as well. That wick that I marked out there, that dotted line, that 29s, it actually overshot 29 into 26, but that's a 50 EMA on the 1 hour time frame. So I could see why it bounced there. I can see why it bounced there. It's the only thing good about this big chart like this, is just knowing why we're bouncing right there, you know. Oh, beautiful. What did you end up taking on that? There you go, Biggs. Good job. I need to change this 50 EMA so you guys can see it better. Guys, you notice that previous 5-minute wick that I drew, this dotted red line, the 29s, it overshot that. I was looking at that area to hold, and then if you notice, look at exactly where we stopped. Let me take this stupid line off. You see this line here? That's the 50 EMA. So again, good take on that, Putz. Good take, because even though the 5-minute chart looked good, right? 5-minute chart looked good. That area, you can just tell, was acting as a little bit of a tricky spot. And when you really try to figure, why the hell is this not working? When you really figure it out, it was because there's a 50 EMA right there, and it literally tested that and then bounced. So yeah, great take. And here's that 50 EMA again on a 5-minute time frame. That's perfect. That's perfect. Putz, if you can do that, buddy, like if you can just do that a couple times a day, it's good, man. That's good. That's all you really want. That's that. I mean, your size will go up, and then sometimes you'll get the runners where they go bigger, but not every play is gonna give us, you know, $200, $300, $400, $500. Some plays might give us 50, right? It's like we just have to take what the market's giving us. I think that's another misconception. A lot of people think that, well, you know, on the last time I took a 20 play, I made 200, and this time I only made 50. So I'm going to hold because I'm going to make 200, not understanding that every circumstance is different. Every trade is different. The stop loss is different on every trade. You know, the potential is different on every trade. So we just have to do our best as traders to understand that and get in where we fit in, and take a $50 trade here, take $150 here. You know, it's just, and just keep the bus wheels turning. That's it. I think a lot of the times the problem is like sometimes someone will get into a trade that, you know, explodes and it just runs, and they make like $500, they make $1,000. So they think every time they take that particular setup that they're going to make that amount, when in reality, you know, you're going to make a different amount every trade. The only thing I care about is if I was right on the move. And if I was right on the move, I don't care if it's $10 or $10,000. I'm going to do it again for 1,000 more fucking trades. All right, guys, I'm gonna go run out and get a coffee. I'll be around. I'll be around in the Discord if anyone has any other questions. Was there on the ES? I wonder if Thunder was trading today. I didn't see him post, but he's been taking those ES trades for 5 points all day. So yeah, 8:45 my time confirmed. 69s would have been getting in, and it went all the way down to 65, right into the level of, oh, you guys can't see it, right into the area of support. So if you know that the 20 play setup is here, and if it confirms and goes down, you can take those points into the area of demand, as long as you don't get stopped out over your 1 bar stop system. So if entry price was 69.80s, your stop was 72, so you're only giving up 3 points. But then again, you're also taking from 69.72 all the way down, and I'm not even going to include the low wick because no one's ever going to bottom wick it, but from 69.70s, let's say you sold somewhere in here at 67, you took 2 points, almost 3 points off this move. And that's the thing, you know, even if you shoot for 5 points, you have to understand that there really wasn't even 5 points in the trade because our support's here. So when we lost this 20 play, this is your entry. We're taking profits into the next area of support. So whatever that is, whether it's 2 points, whether it's 5 points, whether it's 10 points, that's how we have to approach it. Versus telling yourself, well, I want to take 5 points, I'm going to hold it because 5 points is somewhere in here, but yet it never gets there, and then it comes back and stops you out. It's like, well, you gave away some cash there because, you know, and if you also just look to the left of the screen, we had a lot of consolidation where buyers were stepping in around this area. So if I just continue to draw out this demand zone, you know, this whole area is acting as a spot where buyers are stepping in. And there's really no short position on the ES until we start to lose like the 50-day moving average on a 5-minute time frame and get below this previous consolidation. So we're in an active short on the ES. We're in profit taking zone on the ES, right? Because if you're looking also for 3 pushes down, 2 to 3 pushes down, this is your entry. So this is 1 push, this is 2 push, right? So you got your 2 pushes down. So you should be out of the ES trade for a small gain and then just looking for the next one. All right, guys, I'm going to go get a coffee. I'll be around Discord if anyone else has any questions. Congratulations to everyone who took some winning trades today. I think those of you guys who did trade, with the exception of Penguin in Discord, I don't know what happened. I have to go back and read the chat, but I think everyone finished either green today, or we were able to recover some losses maybe from potentially in the week, or we got to at least see some good examples of potential trades that we can take. And if John's still looking, John, on the ES, here's one of those setups again, right? So my eyes automatically get drawn to these setups. What do we do? Down, 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 down into a level of support. This would be my stop. If green takes out red, we go long, and maybe we get some points, maybe we get stopped out, but that's just one of those setups again. So again, like I said, they don't always work, but I've taken them enough times to, I guess, at least prove to myself that I can make money on them. So I do take them. But anyways, I'll catch you guys on the Discord.